If you guys didn't know, I'm a huge horror person, specifically horror games. I mean, yeah, I like horror movies, but I love horror games. And from what I've seen, there are some really good looking horror games coming out in the future. That being said, the first two big horror games we got this year were Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 and Garten of Banban Zero, both of which have not done very well. I mean, obviously from Garten of Banban you wouldn't expect it to be very good, but Poppy Playtime? Like, that's surprising. Especially given how good it looked from the trailers, and how everyone was really excited for it to come out. I mean, it's not a bad game. It's just, could have been a lot better. Anyways, moving on from me yapping about Poppy Playtime, I've seen a lot of the games that are coming out in the future, or, I mean, I guess this year, and they look pretty good, so I hope they don't go down the same path as these two first games. So in today's video, I'm basically just going over some horror games that are coming out with a confirmed release date. So, yeah, let's get into the video now. Out of all the games I'm going to be talking about today, this is the one I'm the most excited for. When I saw the first teaser trailer for it, I thought it looked pretty cool, but when the trailer launched, I became super excited for it, and now I can't wait for it to release. This is obviously going to be the most different FNAF game so far. It's the earliest game in the timeline, and all the characters look different from any of the ones we've seen so far. I mean, except for the mascot suits in Ruin. Now, recently it was announced that VR mode has been delayed, but that's honestly not much of a big deal, because like, I don't even get why they were going to release on VR anyways. I mean, I think we only need PC for this. I mean, I get like because of the demo, but like, I just don't see why. Also, not to mention that there's going to be actual gore in this game. I mean, sure, we've already gotten some forms of gore, like the Springlock scene FNAF 3, or basically all of William's physical forms, but this is straightforward. Like, we're talking bodies being stuffed into suits. This is probably going to have a huge change on the FNAF franchise, and I can't wait to see what comes out of this game. This is definitely the most realistic FNAF game yet. Everything about this game looks so much better from the original. Like, the visuals, the animations, characters, basically everything. Oh yeah, also not to mention, we're getting profanity in a FNAF game before GTA 6. I mean, yeah, sure, it's just a fan game, but it is still official. I don't think I've played any FNAF fan game that has profanity in it before. FNAF is really going all out this year. By the way, I'm not opposed to there being profanity in this game, it just surprises me. Unlike Secret of the Mimic, we don't have a confirmed release date for this game, but I'm sure it'll come out soon. Similar to the Joy of Creation, we don't know what month this game is coming out, and we only have a demo and a few trailers. Well, technically we only have one trailer for this game. The demo is surprisingly large though. Like, we have 3 maps, 8 characters, and 3 cards to choose from so far. One thing I hope for this game is that there will be an online feature for it, because that would actually be pretty cool. Mario Kart has it, so why not this game? 2025 seems like it's going to be a great year for FNAF. Not only do we have all 3 of these games, but we also have the second movie coming out later this year, and a whole bunch of other things too. What 2025 FNAF project are you most excited for? Tell me down in the comments below. This is supposed to be the most detailed Bendy game yet. It's going for a more gruesome tone, with it being directed towards older audiences. This game also takes place during the Dark Revival, which is personally my favorite Bendy game. I mean, I guess it's probably most people's favorite, but it's just a really good game. So yeah, I guess this is going to be really good too. We've also gotten some teaser images for the game, like this one with Sammy Lawrence, another one where our protagonist is holding an axe, another image where we see this skeleton-like creature who looks like it's wearing that one trap from Saw on its head. The final teaser we got was of the same creature, except just in a different location this time. This game was originally set to release in 2024, but it has been delayed, probably because it's taken a lot more effort. Speaking of 2024, Secrets of the Machine released that year, and we got teasers for a bunch of new Bendy games, like Bendy 3, Bendy Lone Wolf, Bendy the Silent City, and Bendy the Silent City. However, we have zero idea when any of those games are coming out. For now, we'll just have to wait for the Cage to release sometime this year. It has been 3 years since Chapter 4 released, and we are finally getting Chapter 5. This is also going to be the finale to this game, so we can move on to a new game after this. Or maybe this will be the last game, who knows. I've really enjoyed this Pac-Man style horror game, and I hope it does go out with a bang. Now, for this chapter, we should expect to see returning monsters, and also new ones. We have gotten teasers of some of the new monsters, such as Dark Star, the Puppet King, and this blob creature. We have also gotten a few other teasers for this. I really hope this game comes soon, cause we've been waiting a long time for this. So, I'm excited to see what the finale looks like. I would be honest, I've never really been much into Little Nightmares. I don't know what it was about it, but it just really didn't interest me. But I know there are people out there who like it. I don't really know what to say for this one, because I don't really know much about it, except for the fact that there's two protagonists, it's third person, and there's a bunch of monsters. That's kind of it. I will say though, it does look pretty fun, so I'll probably give it a try. That's all I really have to say about this game. I am very excited for this game. I like mascot horror, and I really like liminal spaces, so this game looks like it's gonna be perfect for me. The gameplay also looks amazing. It's actual VHS footage looking, which I don't know how they did that. This is the only game I'm talking about in this video that is coming out in 2026. It's made by Real Time Studios, aka the creators of FNAF and Real Time, which was probably the best FNAF fan game of 2024. So this has got to be really good too. It kind of makes me think of the Backrooms because of the liminality theme. It's not clear what the main conflict in this game is yet. All we really have is this chase scene right here. This game also looks like it has a lot of VHS footage. I mean, yeah, sure, there are some games out there that use VHS, like Poppy Playtime or Amanda the Adventure, but this looks like a lot of VHS tapes. We have already gotten a lot of teasers for this game, as well as some of the characters that are going to be in this. This game looks great. There doesn't seem to really be any problems. However, I did notice that in this one part, the animation style completely changes from not being VHS anymore, but to looking like most games, which I find confusing. Anyways, I am very excited for this game to come out and can't wait to play it when it releases. This game has a very unique art style. Everything seems to be somewhat sketched, and all the humans' faces are blurred out in some way. Now, I don't know if this is just me, but it kind of reminds me of the Dark Revival. I mean, not to mention how the art style is similar to Bendy, but also not to mention the fact that we play as a kid who has been turned into a sentient guitar. which is similar to how Audrey transforms when she enters the cycle. Now, this game does have a musical theme, so there are parts where like you have to guess notes correctly, or else I guess like you just don't get it right. Because in the demo, when you get the notes wrong, nothing really happens actually. You just get a key, that's all. I got it wrong like 5 times and I didn't die. There is still a survival factor in this demo. You are giving a desk lamp that has a certain mode where it can freeze anything it shines upon, which you have to use against like these little creatures who are wearing musical sheets on their faces. There are a lot of characters we are yet to face off against, but we'll just have to see what happens when the game fully releases. Hopefully I can get this video out before March 6th, because that's when this game releases. Now, about the game, it's basically Hangman, but in this scenario, you're the Hangman, and if you lose, you get sent down into a pit of buzzsaws. There's also this little toy creature, whatever you want to call it, that seems to be keeping you here and watches you as you play. There's also a free roam part to this game too, which is good. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a Hangman based horror game yet, so I'm curious to see how this game plays out. Now, don't get me wrong, this game does look fun, but it's basically just Little Nightmares. It has all the things that are in Little Nightmares. We have 2 protagonists, it's third person, and it has a lot of really creepy elements to it. Not to mention the fact that it's also made by the creators of Little Nightmares. The only thing that really differences it from Little Nightmares is the fact that it's focused more on animals. Maybe this game will be different when it releases, who knows, we'll just have to see. And I am going to try this game when it releases. Well, that is all the games I'm going to be talking about in today's video. But before we end it, I'd like to talk about something that actually isn't related to the topic of this video. So we all recently noticed the new FNAF merchandise that was revealed, and I didn't want to make a separate video about it, so I'm just going to talk about it right now. Specifically, I'm only talking about the new Jazzwares figures, because that was the most major thing. And I must say, they are so much better than I thought they would have been. We finally got FNAF 2 figures, which we've been asking for a long time, and it was something Funko never gave us. Not only that, but they also come with glowing eyes and jump scare action, which is something we did not need, but I'm very glad they gave us. But my personal favorite ones have got to be these Freddy and Bonnie ones. They have removable endoskeletons, which you can like swap on like either bodies, which is such an amazing feature. I don't want to get carried away with talking about these figures, so I'm going to end it right here. That was 10 horror games that are coming out in the future. Thank you all for watching, and tell me down in the comments below which horror game you're most excited for that's coming soon. So, anyways, I will see you guys in the next horror game video. Bye.